Hey guys, Gino Zero. I'm going to make a batch of compost tea, and there were some folks who said that they was interested in seeing how I do it. So let me show you what I got going on. Okay, what I got here is I got my little garden wagon here, and I've got a big Rubbermaid tub in it. The reason that I put it in the back of the wagon here is because it makes it easier to haul around once it's full of water and take it down to the garden and use it as I need it. So what I got in here, you can see there's a little bit of water already in there, a little bit of rainwater. I've got some straw, some chicken manure, some rabbit manure, some grass clippings, some wood chips, just various, anything and everything that you would compost. I wouldn't recommend using it, stuff that has a lot of acid in it, like pine needles, or too many oak leaves, or acorns, or those kind of things, because that'll have a lot of acid in it. So what I do now is I'll just take everything that I have in here and mix it up. Try to do this one-handed here. Mix it all together, break it up as much as I can. You know what, let me see if I can set this camera up, and maybe it'll be a little easier. So give me 1 second. Alrighty, we'll see how well this tripod thing here works. So I just mix up what I have in here, mix it all together to make a sludge. Combine it all together. Now this right here, I will use it for a couple of batches. I will fill it up with rainwater because rainwater has got a lot of nutrients in it already. I will fill it up with rainwater and let it sit for a couple of days and steep in the sun. And all these nutrients and all this good stuff that's in this compost will leach into the water and make that water really, really fertile and really, really nutrient rich for the plants. Now planting your garden in good soil, is important. But if you don't have good soil, or you don't have a compost pile, or you don't have space for that kind of stuff, you can go and get a bag of manure and a bag of wood chips and stuff like that, or just save your grass clippings from when you mow your yard, and put it in a container and fill it up with water, and do the same thing. And then what I'll do is let me get it full of water here first. The main thing we have for collecting rainwater is right now is our swimming pool, since we don't have all the chemicals in it to clean it up because it's not hot enough yet to swim. So we're going to bring some buckets of water, rainwater, and fill this thing up, and we'll get right back with you. All right, as you can see, that's just about almost full. A couple of 5-gallon buckets of rainwater. If you don't have any way to collect rainwater, then go ahead and use your hose and your tap water. Just let it sit for an extra day or so. Now it's important to come out and stir it up a couple times a day. Mix it up, stir it up, so that you can get some oxygen into the water as well. And we'll let this sit, and we'll let it steep, and make tea. It's pretty much what we're doing. We're making tea, and all this goodness, all these nutrients will now be in the water. There'll still be some left in the compost, but it'll be in the water. That way, when you get a cup full of it out, or if you take a smaller bucket or something like that, and dip it out and pour it on your plants, it goes right to the root system of the plant as it soaks in. And you're getting all this nutrients from the compost tea, from the water itself, which in my opinion is just as important that the plants get nutrients from the water that they're drinking, as well as the soil that they're growing in, because they got to have food and water in order to live. Some people, if their plants don't make it and their plants die, they will automatically assume that it's their poor quality of soil. or that they're not getting enough water. And it may be not that your plant is dying of dehydration. It may be that your plants are, you know, starving to death. So there we go. This is how I do it. This is how I make my compost tea. And like I say, I'll come out here and I'll let this sit for probably 2 days and stir it up a couple times a day to get some air in it. And then I'll just come out with a bucket and pour it on my plants a little bit at a time. And the water looks really nasty and it smells really nasty, but it has got some really, really good stuff in it for the plants, and the garden will love it. And it will reward you with delicious fruits and vegetables. Is that even in the shot? Mm-hmm. There you go. Yeah, it looks muddy like that. That's what you want to see. And like I said, use anything and everything that will naturally compost in nature. You can compost it in, you know, grass clippings, weeds. You know, if you're weeding your garden, throw your weeds in a big pile and throw them in a bucket and throw water on them and let that stuff leach out into the water, and then you can reuse that water, you know, as plant food. So there you go, guys. I hope this helps. And like I say, if you're making a big batch like I am, you know, it's a good idea if you have a wagon or a wheelbarrow to use that. That way, you know, even one of my children can come out here and get the handle on the wagon and pull that stuff closer to where we need it as we go along and use it as we need it up. So, all right, guys, I hope this helps. Questions or comments, feel free. Thanks for watching. Everybody, you all have a great day. God bless in the end. Buzz, buzz, the end.